So if I told you that it was possible to cross South Park, Powerpuff Girls, with a heaping spoonful of Japan, I'm sure you would have called me crazy. But nope. Here it is, one of the wackiest shows to ever exist. Also, I'll be referring to it as PSG from now on because of reasons. Nice. Now what led me here? Well, some days, I just feel that anime has become a bit too formulaic, and a good way for me to break out of that was to watch older anime, and for a time, that's all I ever did. I never cared about your random isekai name generators, time to be an overly cautious slime in a dungeon with your mother. I guess I'm too old for that kind of thing. But then I show you things like this, and it just oozes pure animation hype. So Paris Saint-Germain was directed by the man who worked on Evangelion, Gurren Lagann, and then made his own studio to direct Kill la Kill and Promare, dude bros who are just really friends. And as per the wiki article, so while getting drunk after making one of the best anime ever, the team talked about dumb stuff they would like to make into an anime, and thus this was born. Now the story is about two angels that fell from God's grace for doing stuff against the deadly sins, and now down on Earth, they must defeat demons to win some coins, and earn enough to re-enter heaven. And here is where the more Western influences take shape, as each episode is only 11 minutes like most cartoons over here, offering episodic stories in that time. And episodic they sure are, as in one they will battle a toilet demon, another parodying a zombie movie, or one where you know the team just literally finished watching Michael Bay's multi-million-dollar eyesore, which you then know they decided to make official art of them cosplaying Transformers, but it was the 2010s, who am I to judge? So the story sets itself up pretty loosely. You got the good guys, who don't often act it, then you got the monsters of the week, and after each one of them is defeated, the team literally made real-life models of the demon and blew them up on screen. Yes, this is in nearly every episode, and you can tell they had a lot of fun making this. I think that's what really interests me about the anime they make. They don't usually try to find a manga and milk it for all its money's worth. No, they are out here doing original things, being as creative as they want to be. But what about the characters? God damn, these are some amazing character designs. So you have the angels. P, who is raunchy AF, wanting to sleep with anything that moves, while S here loves them calories. The anime sets themselves as sort of the anti-heroes with many vices and disregard for even trying to be angels. In fact, the two rival demon sisters act way more righteously than either of them. Then you have G, who is sort of the mission master, keeping these two in check, telling them about what crazy demon they have to defeat that episode. Also, yes, he's a priest with jokes you know you're gonna get. Then you have B, who is the human boy in love with P. And then Chuck, their dog. Thing. All in all, it's a small cast of characters with their defined character traits playing off each other each episode, where it's mostly go and defeat said demon who's affecting the town, or it can literally be an 11-minute episode through the eyes of a dog. Yes, the style of the show is wild. So the biggest win for this anime is that it oozes so much style, often letting the animators go nuts with camera angles and presentation. Take for instance, this episode which has that animator that everyone hated for animating episode 4 of Gurren Lagann. Yes, in a long story show, having a person who animates in a very different style can be distracting, but here it works so well and fits the episodic tone. The characters themselves are animated in a very bright chibi-like art style, but at some points you get these scenes and I like it very much. But every episode is like a random box of goodies you get for Christmas. Sometimes it's 11 minutes as a dog, others it's a whole episode with a static camera, or another episode where they bring out a monkey lawyer doing an Ace Attorney pose, only for the Ace Attorney anime to reciprocate in their show years later. Yes, anime is wild. And wild is the definition of this fight scene. You'll remember that people say that 3D anime is bad. Well, how about a show that uses 3D in a way that moves the camera around in so much style? I would say this is a precursor to them learning a 3D camera for Kill la Kill. Now music-wise, it's one of my favourite anime OSTs ever, except don't listen to it with your family around, okay? Vague warning applied. Voice acting, I went with the dub because these kinds of shows, I want my eyeballs to enjoy the visuals and not stuck on the bottom of the screen. And with the writing being filled with swears and raunchy jokes, the dub suits it nicely.
How dare you, you rancorous whore!
Nice. Now, if there are any negatives, I would say that the episodic nature may not be for some. And don't expect any serious plot developments. This is the animators having a fun romp, and you should too. However, if raunchy humor isn't your kind of thing, I would say stay clear because that's rampant throughout the show's writing, even some of it being a bit too much for me. So the anime only has 12 24-minute episodes, and let's just say it ended weirdly, leaving a very open room for a second season. And 8 years later, nothing. No, I'm not even mad about that teaser announcement which led to a cafe being opened in Japan and nothing else. Well, to be fair, even if it did get a second season, it would be with Gainax, so I think Own It, and most of the animators are at Studio Trigger, taking their horny energy and sticking it into Kill la Kill. But if you were looking for an anime that none have come close to replicating, where the team just wanted to make a raunchy, bombastic show about two annoyed angels, then maybe check this one out. And probably watch it alone with no one else around. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my first anime review. Subscribe, like, dislike, and make sure you comment on who the best girl is. Because... and who knows, maybe someday they can bring back the two bestest girls in town.